Welcome back, everyone. It is Sunday sit-down time. It is time to unpack what was a pretty eventful NFL draft in Green Bay. And joining us to do so is PowerMizzou's Jarod Hamilton. Jarod, thank you as always for taking some time to chat with us today. You know, pretty interesting NFL draft. Would you agree?
Yeah, the people said there would be some fireworks regarding, players from other colleges in the draft, and there certainly were, as there are, every year. But yeah, pretty interesting, exciting draft.
You know, just what was kind of your immediate reaction on the Mizzou side, having three guys go in this year's draft?
Um, I mean, Armand and Luther going, where they went in the top 40. I mean, that was expected. I personally thought Luther would, get in the first round. But, great situation going to the Bears, in my opinion, where they've got a number of targets. All the pressure isn't going to be necessarily on him. They've got their franchise quarterback. They got a new head coach. So, I mean, that seems like a good situation where he can kind of just seamlessly fit in and, be able to produce, but not have to worry about shouldering the whole load of an offense per se. For Armand, that's great. The Jets definitely need offensive linemen. For what they're doing, they have the pieces. So Armand kind of, he gets to go in a situation where they just lost their right tackle in Morgan Moses, and he can fit, right into that position. So that's good for them. And then Marcus Bryant, going in the seventh round, started all of the games last year for Mizzou. So got those three, and then a number of UDFA's that that were priority pickups. So it was a decent draft for Missouri, overall.
Third time in 9 seasons that Mizzou has had at least 3 players taken in the draft. You know, just what does this say about the culture that head coach Eli Drinkwitz is building, and what this says about Mizzou's brand as a whole in the NFL right now?
I think what Coach Drink is doing is he's building the reputation of the team, that they can not only compete, obviously in college and stuff like that, but they can produce players. And in this world of NIL and the transfer portal and stuff like that, everybody wants, everybody says they want to win college games, and I'm sure they do, but a lot of these kids obviously want to go to the league. So being able to see that you can produce talent and get them to the next level, especially when you say you've got a top 10, player, you got someone who, for a lot of people, was a first round caliber player. Even if he goes to the second round, I mean, how often do you hear that the second round picks are, I mean, those are some of the best picks usually year in and year out. So, I mean, because that's a lot of guys that could have been in the first round and stuff like that. So those picks, even getting one in the back end, and then all the number of, again, priority UDFA's they got, is showing that they can win as far as, 21 wins in the last couple of years. And then they can also, take that talent and translate it to the next level.
You know, Armand Menbu was the highest drafted Tiger since 2011. You know, you already talked about it a little bit, but, just what do you like about this fit with him in New York?
Again, they've got a vacant spot. I think Moses went to New England, I want to say. So, I mean, right tackle, this whole draft process period, it was, is he a guard? Is he a tackle? He spent his whole career at right tackle for Mizzou. So, obviously, for him, that'll be natural. I mean, he told us at Pro Day, I think he feels a little bit more natural and comfortable at tackle. If they want to move him inside, they'll move him inside. But with that vacancy there, and with his measurables, how physical he plays, the way he graded out last year, I think he was one of 2 offensive linemen to have PFF run block and pass block grades north of 85. So, I mean, he's got the tools. People want to nitpick little things here about the measurables and stuff, but you look at the tape, I mean, that's a seamless, fit. And that's why we say we saw him skyrocket, up these draft boards, the last few months. And then, again, that's how you found him in the top 10. So I think it's a great pick for New York and what they're trying to do.
I feel like Armand found a really good fit, and then I think Luther also did too. I feel like Ben Johnson's system is just really going to be a team and a franchise where Burden is going to be able to thrive with his play style.
Yeah, again, you could put them in that slot. I mean, they've got, I think the Bears are one of the biggest. I tweeted this right after Luther got picked. I think the Bears are one of the teams winning the draft. I mean, they got Loveland, the tight end, from Michigan. You can put him there. You got Cole Kmet still there. You got DJ Moore on the outside. You got Rome Odunze, who they got last year on the outside of the other receiver. Again, you got the franchise quarterback. So they made some pieces. They've got weapons all around. And I think the biggest thing is Caleb Williams is going to have to figure out how he can give everybody the ball and give everybody some love. But, I mean, you can't hate on, the amount of weapons they got.
4 undrafted free agents so far between Brady Cook, Nate Noel, Theo Weiss Jr., and Johnny Walker Jr. Out of those guys, who do you feel like really landed in a spot where they can thrive at the next level?
I think all of them to a degree are in good situations. That's the good thing about being a UDFA is, there kind of gets to a point in the draft where do you would you rather be drafted or would you rather be able to pick your situation? Would you rather be a priority UDFA where it kind of works out best for you and what's best for you in your future? And so, I mean, like for Brady going to New York, he'll have someone there in Armand Membu. They've got a young, QB room. They're gonna have Justin Fields there. That's just good for him. I just feel like he can develop there. He can have somebody there he can lean on. Theo Weiss, being around Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, stuff like that. That's good. I mean, besides that though, the depth there for wide receiver in Miami was a bit shaky over the last couple of years. So again, a way he can earn a roster spot. Johnny Walker and Christian Williams, kind of the same thing. As far as just being together, finding a situation that works best for them. So I think everybody in a way kind of got to a spot that's best for them right now.
Want to circle back to Brady really quick. I feel like with the Jets, he's also kind of went into a quarterback room where there definitely feels like it's a favorable situation for him to be able to compete for a roster spot potentially.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, again, it's a young room. We know Fields is leading that. I think with Brady, the good thing is going into this draft process, I feel like six rounds to UDFA is kind of where he was marked to be at. And so I think a lot of people are still high on him. They know he's going to work hard. We've obviously seen how tough he is and tenacious he is. So you combine the tenacity, his physical abilities with, how much he studies and works hard. Drink has raved about that over the last few years. It's a good situation where he can definitely find himself in a situation where he can be a team's QB3 in his rookie year or something like that. Or if it doesn't work out with New York, that tape and whatever he gets to do during camp and all that stuff, that'll get passed around and teams around the league will see it.
Well, I am looking forward to following all those guys' careers in the league and seeing what kind of success and kind of role that they can carve out at the professional level. Jarod, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us today. It's always great to talk some ball with you.
Yes, definitely. Appreciate you.
No problem. And for the rest of you guys, we'll be right back after the break.